There's a point in every man's life, usually after 40, when he realizes style isn't just about looking good. It's about presence, impact, respect. You don't need to dress younger or louder. You just need to show up sharper. Today, we're raising the bar on how you dress, groom, and carry yourself. Not for others, but because you've grown into the kind of man who values the details. And the way you show up? It speaks before you ever say a word. Number 1, dress like a man who knows his worth. Let's start with the obvious, but often overlooked signal of class: how you dress. A man over 40 doesn't need to shout with his wardrobe. He needs to refine it. Well-fitted, timeless pieces like tailored jackets, crisp Oxfords, and quality shoes do the talking. Style isn't about chasing trends. It's about curating what fits your frame, your lifestyle, and your presence. Think navy blazers over logos, cashmere over synthetic blends, and neutral tones that pair effortlessly. This is about building a wardrobe with intention, not impulse. Even your weekend look, jeans and a t-shirt, should look like you chose it on purpose. That means paying attention to fabric, cut, and proportion. A great outfit says, "I take myself seriously," without being loud. And remember, fit is king. No amount of expensive fabric makes up for clothes that don't flatter. This is the age where looking sharp doesn't just impress others. It reflects how much you value yourself. What's one go-to outfit that makes you feel unstoppable? Let us know in the comments. Number 2, grooming that commands quiet respect. Of course, dressing well means nothing if your grooming isn't dialed in. Grooming isn't just hygiene, it's presentation. At 40 plus, your face tells your story. That means it's time for an age-appropriate skincare routine, a solid cleanser, moisturizer, and SPF, non-negotiables. If your beard's growing in, keep it sharp. If you're balding, own it with confidence or trim it tight. Nail care matters too. Clean, short, and neat says more than you think. Eyebrows? Don't let them go rogue. And get a haircut schedule, not just a barber. Consistency is power, but grooming goes deeper than maintenance. It's about managing how you age. You don't need to look younger. You need to look like you've taken care of yourself. That shows foresight and discipline. Whether it's whitening your teeth, trimming nose hairs, or upgrading your deodorant. Those quiet details build presence. Grooming isn't vanity. It's visual discipline. A well-groomed man earns silent respect. Before he ever opens his mouth? What's the one grooming habit that's become essential in your 40s? Share it below. Number 3, let your scent speak for you. Looking sharp and staying groomed is solid ground. But what about how you're remembered? Enter fragrance. Fragrance is your invisible signature, and after 40, it should be intentional. You don't need a shelf full of colognes. You need one that fits you like a glove. Something clean, masculine, with a bit of depth. Think woody, earthy, or lightly spiced. Apply sparingly, 1 or 2 sprays is plenty. The goal is to leave a trace, not a cloud. Your scent should make someone lean in, not step back. And the right one? It can become synonymous with your presence. Something people remember long after you've left the room. Choose it well, wear it consistently, and make it part of your daily armor. When you smell good, you feel grounded, and that confidence radiates in subtle, powerful ways. Have you found your signature scent yet? If yes, name it in the comments. We might all find something new. Number 4, say people's names and say them right. Now, let's step away from style and into social grace, starting with names. A man with class never butchers someone's name or rewrites it for convenience. If someone introduces themselves as Jonathan, don't call him John unless invited. This small act shows respect, presence, and attention. It's not just about getting the name right. It's about energy. People remember how you treat their name. If you're unsure, ask again, then get it right. And use names in conversation. It makes people feel seen, valued. Most people are too casual or too lazy with names. Don't be that guy. Remembering and using someone's name is a quiet power move that builds trust quickly and shows you're fully present. Has someone ever impressed you just by getting your name right and using it? Tell us about it. Number 5, handle awkward moments with class. Here's another overlooked trait of high-class men: the ability to diffuse awkward moments gracefully. Grace under pressure means staying composed. When someone else stumbles, did they spill water at dinner? Mispronounce a word in a meeting? Let it go. Don't flinch. Don't smirk. And for the love of class, don't correct them in front of others. A classy man protects dignity. He doesn't spotlight errors. Shift the moment. Change the subject. Hand over a napkin quietly. That split second of discretion earns more respect than any loud charm ever could. It tells others that you value grace over ego. In social circles, this makes you the kind of man people feel safe around. And that's rare. What's the most graceful thing you've seen someone do in a tricky moment? Share your story below. Number 6, be the man who follows through. Speaking of respect, nothing earns it faster than keeping your word. If you say you'll do it, do it. No reminders, no excuses. Following through is one of the rarest and most respected traits in modern men. Send the email, return the call, show up when you said you would. People shouldn't have to chase you. Reliability is quiet class. It doesn't brag, it delivers. When people know they can count on you, that's real influence. In your 40s, your reliability becomes part of your legacy. Are you the guy who follows through? Or do you know someone who always does? Tag them or shout them out. Number 7, public loyalty beats public accuracy. Here's one that separates emotionally intelligent men from the rest. How you treat your partner in public. You're at dinner and your partner gets a story slightly wrong. Maybe it was Paris, not Rome. Maybe it was July, not June. Let it go. Correcting your partner publicly doesn't just make them look small, it makes you look petty. A classy man knows the difference between being right and being kind. Let the details slide. Your job in public isn't to polish facts. It's to protect your connection. Save the accuracy check for later. Right now, your role is support. Always, when people see you prioritizing your partner's dignity, they respect both of you more. Agree or disagree? Should couples ever fact-check each other in public? Let's hear your take in the comments. Number 8, talk about them like they matter. And staying on that note, classy men don't just support their loved ones privately. They lift them up when they're not around. Watch how refined men talk about their wives, girlfriends, or partners. In front of others, no eye rolls, no casual jabs, no "she's terrible with directions" jokes. They speak with dignity, even when joking. Because how you talk about someone, when they're not in the room, says everything about your values. People always notice when you tear someone down. Just to get a laugh, don't do it. Real men elevate. Real class shows when no one's keeping score. What's one compliment you've heard someone give their partner that stuck with you? Number 9, say thank you like you mean it. Now let's talk about something simple, but incredibly telling. Gratitude. Thanks is easy, but refined gratitude? That's a different level. It's not just saying, appreciate it, it's following up. Mentioning the specific details someone went out of their way to do, sending a quick message the next day. Classy men don't just show manners, they show memory. They notice the playlist, the perfectly timed joke, the effort behind the gesture. When you acknowledge the intention, not just the action, that's where elegance lives. It doesn't take big gestures, just real attention. What's the best thank you you've ever received or given? Make it known in the comments. Number 10, be the calmest man in the room. And finally, the behavior that ties everything together, quiet confidence. This one's about what you don't do. You don't brag. You don't over-explain. You don't need constant validation. Quiet confidence is powerful because it's steady. It says, I've done the work. I've lived enough life to know who I am. You don't compete in every conversation. You contribute. You don't seek the spotlight. You naturally draw it. Discretion, composure, clarity. These aren't trends. They're trademarks of the man who no longer needs to prove himself, because he's already earned his place. How do you define confidence today versus when you were younger? Let's compare perspectives. Drop yours below. So there you have it. 10 subtle, intentional behaviors that quietly separate the refined from the rest. These aren't about flashing wealth or chasing trends. They're about showing up with depth, dignity, and quiet confidence. Real class doesn't need to announce itself. It shows up in how you treat people, how you carry yourself, and how consistent you are when no one's watching. If you're a man over 40, this stage of life isn't about reinvention. It's about refinement. It's about removing the noise, doubling down on what matters, and showing up with presence and purpose. These behaviors aren't rules. They're reflections of self-respect. And the truth is, they leave a lasting impact on the people around you, often without a single word spoken. If this video resonated with you, take a second to hit like. It helps this message reach more men on the same journey. Hit subscribe if you're building yourself with intention. One habit at a time. And share this with a brother, a colleague, or a friend who's leveling up in quiet, confident ways. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 10 behaviors do you already live by? And which one hit hardest, the one you're ready to sharpen next? Let's keep the conversation going in the comments. I read everyone, and your insight might inspire someone else. Thanks for watching. And here's to being a man who leads with character, not just charisma.